Yeah.
Because right now, the reason TikTok's succeeding is based on my philosophy. All it does is provide value.
I just want to say this: you guys are killing it.
We're
on
trying.
TikTok.
We're trying.
You guys are so
We're trying.
okay. TikTok is very much like what I call very similar to AI. Everybody sort of wants to talk about it, but no one is a practitioner, tactician, like working in it. Like, how many businesses that you know today in Edmonton area are on TikTok?
Zero. So, listen, Sean, TikTok is interesting, and we have mentioned it to pretty much everybody. But nobody is willing to adapt it the same way they weren't willing to adapt Instagram when it came out. So when Instagram came out and it was starting to get hot.
You know, I was trying
when
to...
it was organic.
Yeah.
When everyone was trying to put out
We're
pictures.
saying like 2011, 2012.
Yeah, 100%. Everyone was... people were getting on it. Influencers were being made. Lives were changing overnight because they were posting stuff and it would go out. Eyeballs would see it. Now everyone's on Instagram, but it's at scale. So what happens with Facebook and Instagram at scale is the organic traction goes down. Now you need to have your audience in your sphere, which creates the engagement, which allows you to get a little bit more organic traction. But it's more work.
Yeah.
It costs money now. You have to advertise more. You have to build an audience because it's already at scale. So whenever you're looking and whenever a company's trying to develop their brand equity in a way that's get the biggest bang for their buck, they have to look at the platforms that aren't at scale yet.
Totally.
And there's a bunch out there, but right now the biggest one, the up and coming one, is TikTok.
So you have, I was looking at your TikTok content. Like I've had TikTok for a while, just as an observer.
Yeah.
Over the last, I'd say, month and a half, 2 months, been posting on there because I want to be a practitioner, tactician too. We're actually starting like a bit of an experimental lifestyle brand company that's only going to be on TikTok. Like TikTok only.
And that's what you should do.
And I'll show you some of the footage later. And we got, we rented out some of the best studios. We got some of the coolest TikTok kids. We invited them out.
Yeah.
So we're going to be building content with them. But you're killing it on there, and just with all the animations and you're doing something that's really different, and you already have more than like 1 million likes. Mm-hmm. You have already like 30,000 followers. It's crazy.
Well, I think the main thing that we learned. So here's my advice for TikTok: you have to be native.
Yeah.
Because right now the reason TikTok's succeeding is based on my philosophy. All it does is provide value. There's no selling yet. Few people are trying to monetize their audience. It is purely an entertainment and value platform. So as of now, you have to be native to that. You have to provide that value. When I started on TikTok, I tell this to everyone, if you scroll down to the bottom of my profile, you're just going to see the same content I posted on Facebook and on LinkedIn and everywhere else.
It's going to be horizontal.
It's just horizontal. It had a title at the top, had a progress bar, and when we got on about 6 months ago, when we started to feel the momentum of it, that's all we did. We're like, okay, let's move some of that content over. And it all flopped, if we're going to use a TikTok term. None of it went through. So we kind of stalled. We did 18 videos. I told my team, make 18 videos today. We're going to post for the next 18 days. We're going to see what happens. All flopped. Then you can see on my timeline how we adapted. We now went into another phase. Again, a lot of the content from my other platforms. Then we went into another phase where I started to post just some more random stuff just to try to create and correct, as we call it, and experiment. And a video hit. There was one I did.
The Toonie.
No, the Toonie's newer. The Toonie's a newer one. Okay. But the early on there was one video I did where I was duplicating something that someone did in the US. We were creating a duet for it, and essentially they were taking a Big Mac and they were putting it on top of their drink and just trying to it was like a food hack.
Yeah.
So I copied that for Tim Hortons, and I got 1,000 views. And originally I was getting 50 views, so that's no different than Facebook or LinkedIn or any of the other platforms I was on. So we weren't too excited. But then I got 1,000 views, and we said, okay, hold on, there's something going on here. And so we took a step back and we looked at it and we said, okay, so what I was posting before is not TikTok native. That is not going to work. So we started to just create and correct. We started creating as much content as we could. We did some funny things for us, some dumb things for us,
yeah.
But we were trying what was native for the younger generation on TikTok. And then it just started to compound. And I did one, I was talking about, the one that first hit for me, got a couple 100,000 views, was one where I was talking about which cities in Canada, we're focusing on our niche first, so which cities in Canada were the top on TikTok. And I threw some papers.
Was it the gun one?
No, that was Yusuf GT that did that one. But I was just throwing papers early on. So I was throwing papers, and those papers would have different cities on it, and I was saying which ones they were on and which ones were the most popular, and it got a couple 100,000 views. Then we stopped everything. Then we just dead stopped, and we said, okay, we're putting way too much attention into the other saturated platforms right now. And you have to take stock of your resources. If you're out there and you're trying to build a brand, you're the same. Yeah. We only have a limited amount of resources. Every company does. Even the big ones, we have a limited amount of resources. And we know now that you need roughly one dedicated person per platform to make it succeed. To build native content, to do it right, to build that content, write the text strings, post it out, respond to everybody. You need one person per platform. That's why if you're one person, dedicate your time to one platform.
Yeah.
So we stopped with our team, we stopped the other platforms, and we put one person on TikTok full time. And we started producing 2, 3, 4 videos a day, every single time learning and correcting.